what I'm gonna continue to do because it just feels so good. In the past, I've done a low carb diet and I saw great results, but I'm not doing that. And I've also counted calories in the past. And again, I saw results, but I'm not doing that this time around.
It's too late now to turn around.
Hi guys, good morning. So I'm about to go do my morning workout and I'm gonna show you guys what I'm doing today. I just got done with my workout. It was so good, guys. So we're gonna chit chat in a second, but I kind of want to get ready because I feel like, but anyway, I'm going to be making my protein shake. I make it the same way as I always do, but I'm using a different protein, so I guess I'll show you that. So I'm going in with the milk that I bought yesterday. This is organic unsweetened almond milk. And the reason why I'm switching up the brands I'm buying, I think I talked about this in a video, I've had milk before, is I'm trying to stick with non-dairy milks that are really low ingredients and don't contain different gums in them, because a lot of non-dairy milks, like, sometimes are not healthier than drinking regular milk, just because then they add all of these different additives and gums, and those can bother your baby when you're breastfeeding. So it's probably the best to just make your own almond milk, but I'm not like there yet with time and all that. But this one just has filtered water, sprouted almonds, organic vanilla, and pink Himalayan salt. Then I'm going in with the protein greens, do a handful of that. I have a new protein powder. This one is collagen chocolate protein, and I'm doing 2 scoops. This one literally tastes like milk chocolate. It's delicious. One of the most important parts of my smoothies is adding fat. So just going in with coconut oil, and we don't have any nut butters. Then I'm going in with this that I bought last night that is so delicious, the granola butter. I was on Insta story last night eating it, just like, oh my god. So good. It's gonna give it like a real chocolatey taste. And last but not least, 2 scoops of fiber. So I'm using ground flax seeds. And this whole thing is a smoothie that will keep you full. That's everything. If you're eating meals that just run right through you, like if I were to start my morning with like watermelon or like an apple, I would be starving really fast. I don't know where the cap is to this. I'm a hot mess today. Now let's talk about how I lost the baby weight. So I'm currently at my pre-pregnancy weight. I don't look exactly the same because I was more sculpted and I had more muscle, and during pregnancy I lost some muscle. Even though I was still working out, I did lose some muscle. It's totally normal for that to happen. And I also put on more fat, so you could be, 2 people could be the same weight, but one person could have more muscle and look leaner, and the other person could have more fat and kind of have more of a skinny fat look. And that's the thing about weight, and that's why I don't really share weight that often, is because it doesn't really matter. It's more about, do you have muscle on your body? Because muscle creates a shape and it creates a sculpted look. Whereas now I've lost a lot of muscle, so even though I'm at my pre-pregnancy weight, it doesn't look the exact same. But with all that being said, I'm still so proud of myself, so proud of my body. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to share what I'm doing, what I'm going to continue to do, because it just feels so good. In the past, I've done a low carb diet and I saw great results, but I'm not doing that. And I've also counted calories in the past. And again, I saw results, but I'm not doing that this time around, just because those things don't feel good. Even though I saw results, it's like those things aren't sustainable because you just will crave things and then it's always constantly fighting those cravings and it's just hard to keep up with. So now I'm just doing something completely different, and I hope this can help you guys. Even if you didn't just have a baby, I hope that it can help you if you are on your weight loss journey, and just some of the things that I'm currently doing and I'm going to continue doing. And when I was doing them like 2 months ago, I didn't even know that they were going to work, but I just stayed consistent. So I'm really glad that it paid off, and I'm just gonna continue with it. So I'm currently 3 months postpartum. Tomorrow makes exactly 3 months, but whatever, I'm 3 months postpartum. I am exclusively breastfeeding, so I probably could have gotten these results like at 2 months, but I wanted to take it really slow for me, for my body, just so that I was still producing good quality milk for my daughter. I am a bit of an overproducer, so I do produce a lot of milk, which has had a lot of challenges, and I'm going to talk about that in my breastfeeding journey, not in this video. I am a little bit of an overproducer, so I wasn't too worried with losing weight, but also I did take it slow. Like, it is 3 months later. I didn't do any crazy dieting. I don't even do crazy workouts or anything like that. The first thing is obviously keeping a consistent workout schedule. I do have my workout schedule already up on my channel, so my postpartum workouts, and I will leave that video down below. But as you guys know, a lot of the results are going to come from what you eat. So although working out helps and it's going to help you build muscle and help you get to your goal and your results, it always comes back down to dieting, back down to what does your diet look like, what are you eating, when are you eating, and all that kind of stuff. So those are going to kind of be the tips that I'm sharing in today's video. But for anybody wondering, I do have my workout routine up and it'll be down below. So the first thing that I'm doing, a lot of you guys already know this because I mentioned this in every video just in case there's somebody new and just kind of explaining, but I had no idea that this was going to make me lose so much weight so fast. I'm pretty much 80% dairy free. I only eat dairy at home, and it's from goat's milk, goat cheese, sheep's yogurt, and I have a cereal that is a protein cereal, and that actually has dairy in it, but that doesn't seem to bother my daughter. But I don't have half and half in my coffee anymore. I don't have cheeses. I have no dairy when I'm out and about. So when I'm at restaurants, it's so complicated ordering. I'm like, can you please cook everything in olive oil? I usually can't have dessert at the end of the night. So the whole reason why I went dairy free was because of my daughter. My husband's mom, my mother-in-law, was like, okay, she's crying a lot and definitely has colic, so you should do what I did, which is go dairy free for 17 days because it takes time for your body to rid dairy. The milk protein casein actually is what bothers a lot of infants. A lot of infants have an allergy to it, and then they thing that doctors call colic, and they're like, oh, that's why your baby's crying a lot, they're gassy, they have colic and this and that. But there's actually a solution that works for so many people. It's just you have to give it time to work going dairy free. So you can still have eggs, but you just can't have anything with milk dairy in it. I always go back to this, but when you have a really big why of like why you're doing something, why you want to lose weight, or why you have this goal, or why you want to save money, when you have this strong why, you're going to stick with it, right? So for me, it was a no-brainer. My daughter's crying. She's in pain when she's gassy. No mom wants to see their baby in pain. So I did the no dairy for 17 days, and she literally stopped crying. She literally stopped having colic. And then I had dairy accidentally out for dinner, and it started up again where she was really gassy and showing signs of physical pain. Now, a lot of you guys know I was vegan for a year, and I forgot how much dairy there is out there. Like, I forgot how many different things have it. Like, even the pumpkin spice latte at Starbucks, there'd be times I'd want to like cheat off my diet and get that, but the syrup itself, like even if you order it with almond milk, the syrup has dairy in it. The same with salad dressings, the same with how food is prepared when you're out and about. And the reason why I think it helped me lose so much weight, it eliminated a lot of my choices when I'm out and about. So since me and my husband are both working parents, we have a baby, we don't eat every single meal prepared from home. So sometimes we'll order in salads or wraps or sandwiches. Several meals throughout the week are out and about. I wouldn't say every single day. Like today, for example, we made lunch at home, we're making dinner at home, we had our shakes at home, and a lot of days look like that because we'll have leftovers for the next day. But I would say like 4 days a week, there's one meal that we're eating out and about, and my choices now are very limited. So there is no more cheating with dessert because the dessert will have milk in it. Even salad dressings, I have to just get everything with oil and vinegar, which is a lot healthier than getting like these sugary salad dressings, because a lot of the salad dressings will have milks in them or, you know, something with dairy in it. It really eliminated what I can eat, and that's really helped with weight loss. Didn't know it was going to do that, but it did. And if you've ever gone dairy free before, it just feels really good. A lot of detox and cleanses and different things that people do to just feel really good, not even just for weight loss, but just to clear their body and rid it from toxins. A lot of these detox programs will be dairy free, and you just feel so good. The second thing that I'm doing, I actually heard Ben Greenfield talking about this on his podcast, and it was just like, whoa. Like, you know when you hear something, you might even know it already, but you hear it a certain way and you're just like, that makes sense. Love when that happens. But he was talking about snacking and how a lot of people will eat really healthy and then they'll have snacks throughout the day, maybe even healthy snacks, and wonder why they're not losing weight. And he went on to say that a lot of times it's because the snacks we're eating, even if they're healthier snacks like nuts and dried fruit has so much sugar in it, and nuts are a lot of calories. So you might be eating nuts and dried fruit all throughout the day. That's something that I love to have. That is like my absolute favorite snack. Or fruit smoothies, or you name it, like any healthy food or snack. Those things, having them throughout the day, although they might be healthy, you just might be taking in way too many calories throughout the day than you even know. They're sneaky. So he was saying that he doesn't really snack, and in the beginning when I first heard that, I was like, okay, but I'm postpartum, I have to snack. I'm breastfeeding. When you're breastfeeding, you get really hungry. So I kind of heard that on the podcast, and I was like, wow, like I think I was like eating a bag of like dried pineapple when he was talking about that, and I was just like, wow, that makes a lot of sense. Like, I'm eating all these healthy meals, but I still feel bloated at the end of the day, and I feel like I ate a ton of sugar, but I didn't really, but I was eating a lot of sugar, just not thinking about it. When I'm not breastfeeding, maybe that's something I'm going to implement, like snacking less. But I gradually ended up implementing it because I started eating more balanced meals, starting with the smoothie that I always show you guys, and I showed you guys earlier today. You know, having my protein, fat, greens, and fiber. When you're eating nutritious food like that, especially the fat and fiber foods combined, they make you feel more full. It kind of was gradual. I had it in the back of my mind I wanted to snack less, but I didn't really want to give up snacking because I was breastfeeding and I just wanted everything to be safe. I started doing that one thing a day. I've talked about this on my channel before, but just have one goal you want to do a day. Instead of taking on everything, start with one thing. For somebody that might be a workout, somebody else it might be to drink more water. For me, it was to make that smoothie every single day. So what ended up happening is I would have this fat and fiber, greens and protein, and then I wouldn't be full again until lunchtime. So then I would eat lunch, and I would try to implement the same strategy as what was in the smoothie, but instead I would have it on my plate. So if I had steak, I would try to have it with some avocado and have it with some greens for greens and fiber, and you know, I would just try to implement the same 4 food groups on my plate. So then I would have that for lunch, and then that would end up filling me up until dinner time. And then before you know it, maybe I would have like an apple and almond butter, or I would have some of my coconut oil popcorn. I still have that sometimes in between meals, but for the most part, all of my meals have been holding me over until the next meal, and I have to say, I really don't snack. The only time that if I am gonna snack, it's gonna be after dinner, and I'll either wanna have my coconut oil popcorn that I'm talking about, or I'll wanna have apples with, I don't know, maybe that granola butter that I bought, or almond butter or something. Snacking throughout the day, I really don't do it anymore. So dairy free, no snacking. And then the last thing probably won't be a surprise because it literally always helps me lose weight, and that is waiting as long as possible to eat. So I don't intermittent fast because I do have cream in my coffee. I do the Starbucks dairy-free creamers. I think they're almond milk or oat milk. They're one of those. I just go as long as I can without eating. For me, it comes really easily. I'm not the kind of person that likes breakfast. I never did. Even as a kid, I hated it. I would usually just naturally intermittent fast. I'd play and then I'd have lunch. And it's kind of the same thing for me now. I'm just not a breakfast person. When I eat first thing in the morning, and I think a lot of people can relate to this, I am hungry immediately after. It is so hard to even stick with anything because you're just like, I'm starving, but I just ate. How does that even make sense? Eating first thing in the morning spikes your insulin, it spikes your hunger hormone, and it makes you hungrier throughout the day. So yeah, I just wait as long as possible. I call it intermittent fasting, but like true intermittent fasting people would say that I don't, because I do have that creamer in the morning in my coffee. So yeah, those are the 3 things that I'm doing. I'm going to continue doing. Hope that some of those tips could help you if you're on your fitness journey, or if you just want something else to just help you get to your fitness goals. I hope that one of these can help, or maybe all 3. Again, it always comes down to consistency. If you try something but then you stop, but then you try it again and then you stop, you'll never know what's working. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you guys soon.